Hey there, Shalini Mittal here from TechGatha, and let's understand the range function in Python. So let's open idle and let's understand the range function. So as the name suggests, range, so it is going to provide you with range of values. But then for it to be able to provide you with a range of values, it needs to know where to start, it needs to know where to stop. Okay. Now the thing is, say for example, I say print range and. So you would see range, you can see you have range that takes a stop value, range that takes start, stop and step. So if I say provide a stop of 5. Now if I just do this, I save it, range demo.py, and if I run it, you would see it just prints whatever we have provided range, and now you can see the first one is 0 even though we did not give anything, and comma 5. That 0 is nothing but the start value. So by default range starts from 0 and will stop at the stop value. So if I want to get the range of values generated, that is the list of the values, I can say list of range. Now with this, if I run, you would see I get the values starting from 0 going till 4 because it stops at stop. So it will not include that value. So it generates 5 elements starting from the start to stop -1. Okay. You can also say, for example, 1 comma 5. So now when I do this, it will generate the range of values from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I do this, so say for example, if I say 1 comma say 6 or maybe say 21 comma and I say 2. Now just watch the difference what happens when I provide 3 values. So first is 1, then you can see it increments by 2, increments by 2, by 2, by 2 and goes till 19, because 19 plus 2 is 21 and it has to stop at 21. So the third value that you can provide is step, which has a default value of 1. Okay, so it has a default value of 1. Hence, if you don't provide anything, it by default increments by 1. Same way, if you don't provide start, has a default value of 0. So 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 and so on. But when I provide the step value, it starts with the start value and incrementing by that step value. So if I say 5, comma 50, comma 5, and if I run, before I take a pause over here and write down your expected output and then come back and check the output. So now you would see it's 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on, because 45 plus 5 will be 50, it has to stop at 50. Till here it's fine, right? Now see what will this give me. If I say this, or if I say this, or if I say this, or if I say fine. So let's see. So take a pause, write down your output. What do you think will it print, right? And then check my output. So I'll just put a print empty statement. So we'll have an empty line and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 outputs. So let's execute. So see, 5 minus 50, 5. If the step value is positive, okay, the start value has to be less than the start value if the step value is positive. Okay, so I'll write it. If step value is positive, then start should be less than step. Okay, but 5 is not less than minus 50, 5 is greater. So even if it would go 5 plus 5 plus 5, you can imagine it will never come to minus 50, right? So it will never execute, and hence it gives me, and it may go in infinite range of values. So Python always checks, if you have given a step value which is positive, then the start should be less than the step, and because it's not, hence this will give you an empty list. Okay, now here it works. Why? Because I have given a negative step, and my start, now when I say negative step, my start now when I give the negative step, my start, so this is if step is negative. Okay, if this step is negative, then start should be greater than stop. So if the step is negative, start, that is 5, is greater than minus 50. So when I say 5, minus 5 is 0, minus 5 is minus 5, minus 5 is minus 10, minus 10 minus 5 is minus 15, and so on. It goes till minus 45. Okay, same over here, this works because the step is positive, so start should be less than step, and yes, indeed it is, so it works. Now here the step is positive, so start should be less than step, but this is not the case because minus 5 is greater than minus 50. Hence for this one it doesn't print anything unless and until I say minus 5, minus 50 and minus 5. So if I now run, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so you would see the last one. Now your minus, because the step is negative, start should be greater than stop, and yes, it is the case. Minus 5 is greater than minus 50, so this gives you the output minus 5, minus 10, minus 50 and so on. So these are the few things which are very important when you are learning about range function in Python, and in the next video we will see the exact usage of where exactly you use the range function. Okay, so till then, happy learning, take care and bye bye.